Hello. Cranberries. Those would be nice. Trying to remember what day it was in game when we stopped. I think it was February. Was it mid-February? The end of February? Today is the end of February. Snow might disappear soon. Ooh. Shall I eat my stew? It's like the perfect amount of stew. Now I need more food. Anyway, good morning, everybody. I'm Old Man Sugarheart. My cat has just knocked over a cat tower. Give me 1 second. Yeah. But today we're playing Vintage Story. You alright there, kitty? Whew. That's pretty much just classic him, you know? Fresh for 4 days. Some of it's rotting. Who put fennel in with my fruit? Fennel is not fruit. Fennel is vegetable. Fresh for 56 days. I think maybe it is time to make prepared meat stews. First of all, give me you. Oh, you're still drying. This red meat is still drying. I mean, it is, but what if I cook it? Stop putting these in different slots, man. It's really trying to get me to believe that these meats deserve to be segregated like this. One last serving of stew. Grab the stew. Now we need to figure out what we can cook and what stacks. We can do a full stack of red meats. Mix that with a full stack bush meats. Then we use a full stack of onions. Hold on. The full stacks have gone up to full stacks of 10. Without my knowledge. Do I have 10 of other things? I mean, I guess it's pears, right? Old Man Windbreaker, hi, how are you doing? Like, I'll hang you guys up. And maybe you will become the dryable foods. And that might be great. Or it might not. Probably shouldn't delay on setting this fire, though. Apparently, the things I put in there expire in less than a day. Cook. But good morning, old man Windbreaker. I hope you're having a good time. Aged bushmeat. I can't hang you up. Oh, that's no good. If I slice you, will you miraculously live longer? I don't think you will. Fresh for 9 days. Take the butcher's knife. I turn you into cubes. Well, cubes miraculously last longer. What happened to my old cubes? I didn't turn them all into sausage, surely. Alright, I'm off to a bad, sleepy, and slow start, trying to figure out what needs to be done. I think really what needs to be done is I need to go outside and finish the roof I was working on. Which means we'll just saw these on the fly. Just start working one piece at a time. Work on the night house. Hop. But I hope everyone's doing okay. I'm having not like a rough time in real life, but a very tired time. I'm not getting nearly enough sleep. Used up all my sick days. Excuse me, I sneezed there for a second. And really, I should be in bed. Give me the pine logs. So we need another pine beam so that we might start the next tier. What is the plan here? If we just slope the roof down here, I guess we can pop it up around there too. And if we're going to do slope thing, we should probably do a support beam down the middle. This is making sense, at least to me. And we pop that out, whip up a couple of corners. Corners established. And then one more little baby beam up here. more little baby corners. I'm getting real used to like the angle you slap corners on. Building roofs in this game is actually kind of surprisingly hard. You have to hit like not only the correct angle for some of these things, but like you have to like click on the right location in the box you're targeting, and you have to be standing in the correct location, like on the ground. A little bit crazy. Ooh, what have I done? We need to slope downwards here. Part of me is thinking, like, do we build upwards from the bottom? Maybe I have, like, a sunlight up here. Like a little glass window kind of deal. So that we can see into the upper area. We could also remove the support beams to make them look a little cleaner. Looks not kind of randomly assorted in the meantime. And I don't know if they hold up from a physics perspective. Like, wouldn't this support beam just like push down this? Okay. So I'm over here. I want to slope the roof down this way. So I make you a corner. And I have a... Well... How do I do this? Like, I make you a corner and then I slope down this way. It's gonna look hideous. Right? Like, I think you have to use, like, the side sloping pieces all the way down. How do I make it look like it's not horrible? Maybe we tie off the roof up here. Like, what do we do? Like, we slap a corner here and we just, like, continue it across here. And then we can have, like, another squarish roof over here. What does that leave for this, like, weird middle section? Does that make sense? What we could do is bring the roof out and hang it over this portion. And I'm thinking maybe we build like some kind of window, like let light into the upper area. And so what this would look like is we slap another section here. And then over here, we need to raise it up. We just slap more oak here? I think we slap more oak here. Do I have oak? Not on my... Not... No. I don't have any oak planks on me. Nyum. Whoops. So grab these oak planks. Come out here. Do our little hop. We raise this section up a little bit. And now, instead of like having a traditional like corner here, we keep this pattern going. We'll have like maybe a traditional corner over here, maybe not. We'll do something. Haven't really planned that out. We'll see what things look like. And what is gonna happen is we'll end up with like this naturally big gaping arch here. But that will be the window in which we let in like tons and tons of light. And that is how you plan a kitchen. Now that window is going to be like super, super elevated. More logs. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I needed a full stack of like 32 of these. What happens? I just continue building the deal out here. It's half a support beam. Looks beautiful. Make me a corner piece. Gonna need more large logs. Probably more than that. Maybe. Hold off. I'm trying to be stingy. It's tricky. Alright, I'm gonna need at least 3. I probably need 4 of those. And by 4, I mean 5. Oops. Too far. we've got this giant archway here. Like, you almost want to, like, seal off, like, a triangle here. Like, say I put age wood planks, build, like, a little archway up here, so that the window is just the upper two tiers. Right? According to this, I am freezing. But let me... say we build something like this. Did that go in sideways? It did go in sideways, but maybe that is the look. How does that look from the inside? Not too bad. And what we'll do is we'll like glass up that little slot there. But this also gives us the ability to just slap these guys in here. Whoop. I've done it again. From this angle, we go there. And here we could do like a four-way corner to kind of cap that off, but maybe we get like the glass window in here sooner rather than later. Check on our food and fire in here. Is it still warm in here? I'd like to not freeze to death. Like, it doesn't need to be crazy or anything. I hear moaning in the streets. All right. Crockpot. I love the cooking skill tree because I'm getting 10 portions. It's 2.5 crockpots. What's my internal body temperature like? One more. All right, so I think I'm done with these roofs. Need exactly 4 more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need glass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's it. I think things are gonna be sealed and closed and beautiful. Right. Never mind this whole section of house I haven't completed yet. So we take the glass. Boop, 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 boop. Now we have a place to let the light in. Get the angle right on this guy. I think the angle needs to be like from up here. No. I got this wrong. Let me just break my legs. So, like, I have to do it from inside the house, kinda. I think I need to target you. There we go. Alright, the question is this like a hideous little peak there? You know, I don't think it looks that bad. And now that we're on the inside, we try to make the support beams not hideous. We have a ridiculous amount of snowballs out here. Alright. Get some vertical support beams in here. That's what I'm thinking. More than that. What do we think? We just like go across the way up here? Like, we'll need some more pine logs. But, like, it looks like it's supporting the roof. And then it's just the power of archness that's keeping the rest of it up. I think that's pretty good from the inside. Like, obviously, I think we're going to have to smash some walls and add some more windows. I like having you, like, right as you walk in the door. But where would we put windows? Like here? Maybe here? Like, I can think of tiny little one-slot windows that we can add. We could make it like a big window over here. It would be nice to, like, have windows that let us see back out into the world. Alright, but I think I'm feeling confident enough that I can start sealing this mess off. How many more do I need? Just 3? And now we need to get like a door in here. I think I like doors that don't match the wood of the frame. I do kind of like it being an inlet. Let's get the snow out of here. Make it seem like a real room, you know? think I'm actually... I don't think I can shovel the snow if it's on a slab. Like that. My body temperature at least going up? Barely. We are technically in a room. Technically our temperatures are returning to normal. And now I'm thinking windows. Having a window into the farm would be nice. Then, like, tiny window here. Do a matching one out here. And then over here, big windows. All right, so that's 8, 10, 12, 14 panes of glass. You know what? I'll grab 22, and if I change my mind about how things look, we can adjust it. Like, from an outside perspective, I actually kind of don't like where these windows are at. I'll show you what I mean. Like, if we're out here, it looks like a little cross-eyed, right? I almost want this window to be a little higher. I think I do want that. Like, it's not a useful window to anybody working here. But at least from, like, the outside, it looks less derpy. And it'll make sense. Like, we're gonna probably put like marble counters across here, and maybe even replace this polished limestone with marble counters. But from the outside, it looks much nicer. I'm thinking of like a super ambitious rabbit, right? Like, imagine a rabbit spawns over here. He hops onto the roof. He does like a weird angle hop. Then bam, he's in the farm eating my stuff. Whoops. Maybe it's problematic, but I think we can live with it. Now you can slap you over here as like you know, a fake window, because if we open this up, we'd be staring at like a rock wall. We'll get all the sunlight we need from the top there. Do I have any pine? Not trees. What about like a lantern? You come with some recipes. Gas lamps. Unusable clutter. Okay. Like, there's a recipe. For some kind of nice lamp, right? Now, you guys actually provide light. Okay, yeah, I want to see the recipe for these. Luminescent Jonas lamp. Okay, so I have to steal those lamps, and then with these... Okay, never mind. We use temporal gears. Pink glass slabs? They have to be pink? No, any glass slab. Nails, metal scraps, and temporal gears. There are 11 temporal gears in here. I wonder if silver wolves would hate if I use those. Like, what I'm thinking is, like, how do we light the new building? And I think in order to be efficient, like, oil lamps might be the way to go. What is the light level on you guys? So, like, we make these lovely lamps, light level 11. And the light level on you is 20. That's huge. What does it take to make, not a lamp, but I guess a lantern? Two plates, a candle. How do you make a candle? You use a boatload of beeswax and eats and a bucket. What? Oh, of various oils. Or I could use hardened lard. Or various bottles of various oils. But these are like things I need the food science lab for. Is that very thing I'm trying to light. Alright. Large black brass lantern. There's got to be like a separate recipe. Oh, it's wax. Cook wax, and a rope. To make that. Okay. What have I got wax-wise? A lot of wax. By a lot, not enough for an entire candle. I mean, like, it'd be a huge effort to make an apiary. I think lanterns are the only way to do it, really. Need to hang on to that grass. Give me clay. Light level 11. What does that mean? How many of those do you need to light like a full room? I'm gonna, well, let's try 4. We're gonna try to build them all at the same time. The sloppy little dealy. Boop. Whoops. We poke a hole right in the middle. Poke, 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 poke. Beautiful. Doesn't use like hardly any clay. All right. We need sticks and firewood. Sticks. More than enough sticks. Firewood. What have we got for logs? Is there any log I would prefer to use for firewood? I think it's the larch. Honestly, my favorite wood to use for firewood is maple. We can go take down a maple tree real quick. Because nobody likes maple. Another thing we need is pine for the support beam. And I'm thinking of taking down this massive pine. The window has a more clear view out here. Or do we just like the bushy nature? Or the bushy nature of that big window there? Like view obstructed? I think we gotta take it down. There we go. That's probably a great amount of firewood. All right, I'm sorry, Mr. Pine Tree. I hate cutting down trees. It's kind of like getting a reverse tattoo. You want to remove that tree? Don't you realize that's permanent? Like, you can grow a new tree. But is it gonna grow to be the same? Will it be as beautiful? Now, what are you doing? Can't have any physics-defying trees out here? Really need to clean up this area. You know, stair area. Alright. Give me all the firewood in the universe. And then we go down into the kiln hole. Honestly, with how convenient that is, makes me want to make a lot more oil lamps. Just to, like, have them around. Red is a terrible color for oil lamps, though, but I think I'm completely out of blue clay. What the heck is this? Is he... Silver Wolves seems to have moved these pine holes out here so that he can have an infinite seed factory, maybe? That's crazy. Kenshin, thank you so much for the raid. I think it might be time for another base tour. Welcome in, everybody. Let me show you around. This is our little cave factory. This is where we make our clay and charcoal. I'll pop up out here and show you our lovely, lovely fort. So we've got this bridge that goes under, like, this natural rock bridge. Down there is a river. It's currently frozen over. It is the 1st of March. Things should start to be melting soon. This is kind of like our basic kitchen and food storage. I hope you had a good stream, by the way. What were you playing? I know you like, what is that tornado game? Outbreak? There's a new game coming out. It's like Funnel Chasers or something like that. Spacecraft. You've been hooked on it lately. That's the best news I've heard. Anyway, we walk through the storage area. This is my bedroom. Got this lovely view out here. Got a bed I can bounce on. And I sleep in this weird little viewport here, where I can see everything. But yeah, like, Spacecraft seemed like a super ambitious game. And so I feel like it would be very difficult to execute on, but if they did it, it's great news. The most recent addition we have here is the Food Science Lab, which we don't have any furniture in right now. We haven't really completed the bridge to it. I was just going to tidy it up with some support beams. There. You have to use many types of wood to make things look good. If we just added some things to the corners here. I kind of like it. But I like the little window arch up there to let some natural light in. Got a window out into the garden and spy on people crossing the bridge. And then out here, I can see like a lake off in the distance. Got some polished limestone. countertops. We're going to get some marble in here. It's going to be beautiful. 170 hours into spacecraft. All right, help me understand spacecraft. Is it more Factorio or more like survival crafter? Like, am I looking at Satisfactory or am I looking at, I don't know, Valheim in space? This is our well. Hard to tell because it's frozen over. We need to chisel that away. Oh, Jesus. Whew. This is our barn. It's filled with monsters, apparently. Probably need to get some lighting in here. And this is where we're going to keep our goats once we have them. And we've got a little goat viewport. I'm hoping like the goats will hang out in here a lot and we can see them while we're crossing the bridge. You know, just as like a little goat monitoring spot so that we can know they're happy and healthy. Those were the hanging gardens. We've got this giant limestone kind of hammer shape. Ooh. Our leather is cooking. And our leather is cooking well. So here's how you make leather. You take your hides, you soak them in lime water. After they've soaked in there for a few days, you take them out, you scrape them with a knife, and you drop them in the weak tannin. You seal that up. 3 days, that's going to be fine. This is going to be strong tannin. Gotta hop over to our well, get water, drag it back. Honestly, there's a better way to do this. Free up our hands. Carry the whole barrel. There isn't much actual co-op to be had yet. What do you mean I can't place it there? Alright, check it out. I drop you here. Didn't like that there was snow there. Oh, you are full. And now we haul this thing all the way back. There's not... so it's a space mining game with limited base building. There isn't much actual co-op to be had yet, but they hope to work that into the PvE combat they're planning to add just later into early access. It sounds like I should wait. Like, 170 hours into it is impressive for an early access game. But it sounds like it's going to get much better much sooner. There's a pretty massive amount of grind to get into it. Yeah. We'll hold off on that for a bit. Got new leather. Alright, this is the forge. I'm actually pretty proud of this. Check it out. I've got a built-in waterfall. And so like when we forge metals, we hammer out like what we're trying to bake. And then you throw it in here to cool it down rapidly. And then you just shut off the water supply. Pick up what you had. And while you're not doing anything, you can have just like this beautiful water feature going. Over here we've got like the most inefficient windmill in history. It's usually grinding limestone for us. so that we can perpetually make lime water, which we need for soaking the hides for the leather. They balanced it around being an MMO with trading, even though player market is a mess. Isn't that always the way? I wish more games would focus on the solo experience. Okay, so I need 5 oak and a stack of limestone. I don't need this clay. I don't need this leather yet, but we'll hang on to it. At some point, I stole a torch from somewhere. I think down in the kiln area. Is a bad plan because that means the next time I go down there, it's going to be full of monsters. Starting to get dark. Nighttime's kind of brutal in this game because it gets like pitch black dark. What am I doing? Limestone. So like this is the rated grinds at. This is like 1 at a time. So in like a few days, we'll have more lime powder. And now to make weak tannin, you throw this in there. 24 hours, it'll be weak tannin. And then we need to throw in another 5 to make it strong tannin. You soak the hides in here, you scrape them with a knife, you put them in the weak tannin, soak them for 3 days, and then you soak them in the strong tannin for like another 3 days. And so, to make this hide, or to make leather, it takes like over a week. I do think I have a lot of hides. Maybe I can start the next batch. Wouldn't be here. We keep them in here because they expire. 29 days for 5 large hides. Tell me how much leather. Help me out here. Leather making. Give me some numbers here. Need to know. And I need to do like a quick Google. They added an offline solo mode, but you're here for the MMO part. Oh. Well, now I'm more interested. Let's see. Leather working in vintage story. I need numbers. 8 large hides. So I need 8 large hides. I've got 5. Or I need 12 medium hides. Gotcha. Okay. Eat our delicious stew so we don't starve. We've done so much. I'm really trying to figure out like what step 2 is. We've got lime grinding. We've got oil lamps cooking. I need to return the torch that I stole from down here. I think I stole it from down here. Yeah, right here. And so like the next thing on my to-do list of survival chores is to automate my goat pit. Now, if I was going to need If I'm going to automate a goat pit, I need what I think is a chute section. I need a straight chute, which is 2 chutes. So I need to make chute sections, which I need solder bars. Do they have to be silver? No, they can be lead. And I can make 2 chute sections with a single copper ingot. Or sorry, 2 copper ingots, 2 chute sections to create a straight chute. Honestly, I barely understand what's going on here. Soldering iron is not a contraption I've created. It seems like this is the easy way to go. Alright, give me some coal. I don't even need that much. Hop, hop, hop. And we get to show you how the forge works. Slap my lantern up there. Hopefully I won't forget it. You heat up. Gonna need some tongs and a hammer. Create some open space here. I'm gonna seal you so I don't accidentally like throw something into the pit. Yeah, you heat up. There's coal in this chest. Should always remember that. Alright, heat up. It should get up to like 750, I think. Boop. Alright, chute section. You break out the hammer. Hit it with the massive hits right in the middle. You distribute these gross guys as best as I can. Man, what can I do here? I think I have to like break one of you so that I can move this piece. There we go. Very carefully remove those. You cool down. We hammer out another one. What if I heavy hit down here? It might be easier to work with flat. Still not the best at this smithing math, but it is getting better. And now that that's cooled down, we pop in here, grab our chute sections. Straight chute. But I need you to be a vertical chute. I think this does it. Yeah. I could stay here and keep doing things, but I'd like to move on. I mean, like, I should be striking while this is hot, but we've got life to live. Can't go out at night without my lantern. Wait. I need to make a chest, right? Do I have one? No. Do I have nails? I do. Okay. I was a little worried there. And we need some boards. Some oak boards will be fine. What's the recipe? For a wooden chest. Nails in the middle. All right, now what I believe I've got is a fully automated goat feeder. Am I forgetting anything? I'll take the dry grass. I think we need to head out sooner rather than later, but let's sleep until daylight. It's 2 a.m. in game time. I feel like a good night's sleep so that it's not miserable outside would be okay. Hang in there, goats. I don't think they'll starve. If they go like a day without food. Like last time I checked, they were at 10 full portions. And so what I'm hoping that means is they last 10 full days before like they next need to eat again. They don't have any naturally occurring food in there. So right now they are kind of depending on us for survival, just like a wee bit. So if we can pick up some dry grass on the way home, that might be ideal. Or on the way there. So let's see, we slept till 1 in the afternoon. And the temperature's still below freezing. I really want to get ahead of like the crop season this time, because I feel like if you plant as early as possible, you've got a shot of getting 2 full seasons of food. Like we could have a summertime harvest and a fall harvest. That would be enough food to get anybody to live forever. I don't know if I gave Kenshin a proper shout out when he raided. It's just so excited to see him and to talk about spacecraft. Because when they announced spacecraft, I was super, super into it. Like, it seemed ambitious, but it looked like they'd already done most of the hard work. Hi, kitty. You want to say hi to everybody? Yeah. Tuck in. Stop heading in that direction. Don't know if your meows are coming through the mic. Here. You okay, kitty? Dug his claws into my leg. Which, you know, is pretty normal for him. He's getting pretty happy. I want you to stay on this leg. I want to train you to, like, know that this is your spot. It's the most convenient spot. No? You're gonna bite me? Convenience isn't what you're about. Makes sense. He is a cat. He does what he wants. Wandering around looking for grass, but really what I'm gonna find is bears if I keep wandering around the forest. Are you a bear? You're a chicken. Alright. I gotta wake up. I'm only getting like 5 or 6 hours of sleep a night. There's no way this is sustainable. That's IRL. I feel like I'm mumbling something about chickens and, like, thinking about it clearly. I'm not sure it's coming over on the mic. I feel like it makes sense in my head, but I'm gonna, like, listen to this recording and it's gonna be like, oh, chickens, and me drooling on myself. You know, top quality content. You know, it looks like the snow is almost melting. It is melting. We've gotten above freezing this afternoon. Spring. Kinda. Wonder if we can plant on March 3rd. It's still winter. It's considered still winter. Maybe like March 7th or 8th, we might plant. How you doing, goats? Having a great time, are you? You've still got plenty of food, which is nice. don't see any kids. I saw some dry grass move out of there immediately, which is a great sign. So I've got an automated goat pit. Why do I keep them so far from my main base? It's not by choice. This is just where goats live. Like, occasionally a goat will spawn somewhere like around here, but like I've only seen like 1 or 2 of them. But in my travels, like I came here and these are the goats that lived on this mountain. And so like I went to where the goats are. Like to get them to my main base would be a struggle. Like I could slap them and make them angry at me and then like see if I can get them to chase me all the way home. I could like build a 900-kilometer fence and try to like chase them through that. Like I'm also, you know, not super gifted at this game, so there might be better ways to do this. But this is my theory. Got my delicious road snacks out here. And this is my little baby goat chute. But yeah, I've been trying to like capture like just baby goats out in the wild. Haven't had any luck. I can't even find any of them. But I've got a couple of pregnant bighorns here. That one's ready to mate, but you're just not like feeling it. But like the big ones and I want to say the mouflons are not breeding currently. They might just end up being meat. But if I can get like a boy goat and a girl goat out of that mess, I can start the cheese farm. Which is the whole reason anybody does anything, right? For the sake of cheese. Like, I'm a big fan of cheese. It's getting dark out. What do we do, kitty? So, I've done my chores for the day. There's half an hour left in stream. There's a couple of things I think I could do. One, we could try to figure out how to... We should start decorating the food lab. And by decorating, I mean like setting up our first experiment. And I think the first experiment is pickling. Because our goal is to make a cheese pie, like from scratch. There's a ton of effort that goes into it. But one of the things you need to make cottage cheese is pickled vegetables. I don't really understand the science behind it. But I'm going to need to pickle some onions. And so what I think I need to do, make a couple of barrels, fill them with like a brine. Which like goes against how I imagine this would work. I'd think salt would kill like any bacteria, and you to pickle something you need like a special kind of bacteria, right? But hey, if that's what the game knows, maybe that's what needs to happen. What I'm thinking is maybe the salt kills like certain kinds of bacteria, maybe like the problematic bacteria. And the bacteria that's left is good bacteria. The good pickling bacteria. Now this also means we're gonna need to like travel into, we're gonna need to get salt. I don't know if I have that. Now our friend who lives with us, Silverwolves, has pointed out like a lovely salt mine near the start of the game where we spawn. So we might make a trip back home for some salt mining. I want to make a barrel. Sticks and boards. We need boards. Oak boards will do. You don't want to spoil anything, but you'd highly recommend looking at the recipe to pickle something. Alright. Pickle. Say I want to pickle some onions. So I need to mix onions in a barrel for 14 days, but I'm going to need brine or vinegar. Okay, so like brine is the plan. Take water and salt, mix them in a barrel, I get brine, right? Cooking temperature 100 degrees. What? So if I, oh, okay, so if I evaporate the water, I can turn this back into salt. Okay. So this is the plan, right? Highly recommend you look at vinegar because salt is rare. Okay, so how do you make vinegar? Okay. Created by perishing berry or blackberry juice or mango. Okay. Breadfruit ale, blueberry juice. So what I make is like pear juice. Right? Or do I like... Are you telling me that just fruit just turns into vinegar after 14 days? So, okay. Let's make our barrel. I think you do like the boards in the middle. There we go. And say we grab 32 pairs. Now we look at the pears. Pears. Juice into thing. Perishable. I'm looking for the official pear juice. All right. Let's set up the barrel in the food lab. All right, once ads are over, you'd also like to know if you had a first time chatting, because you're 90% sure you've been here after a raid like a few months ago. But I don't know if you said anything. Esteron Avernus, your name does sound familiar. Let me see. Is there an easy way? 4 messages. That is like your first message ever. That's welcome in. If you're a Kenshin fan, this all makes sense. Okay. So, like down here, drop a barrel. Will turn into 2 liters of vinegar after 14 days of sealing. So I need a multiple of 3. It should be 63 divided by 3, which is going to be 21. Is the maximum amount of vinegar I can get from these pears. And then I just slap some onions in that. Okay, that is a food science lab. All right. So that'll make vinegar. I'm going to pickle something. I want to pickle onions. So, every 1.5 liters of vinegar. So, I think I'm going to end up with I have no idea how much vinegar. But 1.5 liters plus an onion. $21 pear. Okay, well, help me out here. Take a pear, which is going to perish into vinegar portion, but like how much? One liter. Okay, so I'm going to get 21 liters of pear vinegar. So I take the onion, 1.5 liters. I'm doing math. That is going to be 14 pickled onions. For like the biggest stack of pears I can fit in there. Basically want to do multiples of 9 for every 3 liters. Need 14. 3 to make 1 liter. Yeah. So you need 9 for 3 liters. So the most I could get is like 64 divided by 3, which would be like 60 or 21.3. So 21 pears is the max I can stuff in there. Yeah. That will eventually come out to like 41 onions. Okay. Just for science, because this is the food lab. And the food lab is for science. I'm going to set up a barrel. And we're going to do a brine experiment. So, like, how do I make brine? So I mix 50 liters of water with 21 or 20, sorry, 32 salt to make this much brine, which would give me like a full thing of brine. Okay, and so now once I have brine, like I pickle something. So like that would give me 50 pickled onions if I'm doing the math right, because it looked like 1 liter of brine. I need a bucket. The recipe for a bucket. Rope or twine. We're getting there. Maybe I just have a spare bucket. Like, what am I doing with you, bucket? Alright, so word on the street is salt is rare. But salt is rare because, like, you could use it for many, many things. I haven't used it for anything yet. Because I saw that I could use a ton of it to basically make the immortal meat, which makes sense. But, like, our farming is decent enough that, like, we don't really run out of meat. One more. All right. So I got you there. So I need salt. Question is, do I have salt or do I need to go survive on a 1,000,000-foot drop to a river? I should really complete that bridge. Maybe that would be a higher priority. Because I would like to die less often. Alright, do I have salt? Got saltpeter, but no salt. Do I have halite? We got halite stones. We need like real halite stones, right? It's a pretty weak pickaxe. Do I have... I've got more. Cool. Alright. We're going to head to ye old salt mines. I'm gonna leave these basket traps in here. I don't need this fire starter either, I don't think. Take some snacks for the road. Salt quest. Some railing on that bridge seems like a wide decision. Like, I mean, this is just dirt. Like, these were scaffolding for, like, building the food lab in the first place. And so, yeah, there needs to be a real bridge here. But salt science currently is in my best interest. Alright. So I know where, like, a nice salt mine is. Because way back in, like, episode, I don't know, like 20, our friend Silverwolves told us there was a huge salt mine underneath our starter base. And so we can go back there and see what we got. You know, there's other ways to get salt too. Like, we set this up to be like continents. And so I imagine this is salt water. And so I think what we could do is like that, create like a saltwater evaporating setup so that we can get salt that way. And so like I think we've got like a setup for infinite salt potentially. I don't know how efficient that's going to be, but that's why we built the food lab. Like, we're going to do a lot of food experiments. Because, like, in the expanded food set, there's so much stuff. And I have seen basically none of it. Like, I've made pies. I think that's vanilla. We made sausages. That was exciting. I don't think that's vanilla. Because you have to chop up, the meat and like roll it into lard. Which is another thing I want to do in the food science lab, is learn how to make bricks of lard. Because I want to see if that makes it more efficient to make better sausages. Alright. I hope this lake is still frozen over. I hope this is the lake I'm looking for. It is. Whoop. Right here. Hang tight, ice. I am concerned that the ice is right there. Here we are. This is the halite, which I believe just grinds straight into salt. Now the question is, how much halite will you get down here? It's looking like not a lot. Maybe it is a lot. Like, I'm gonna carve the entire outer area here. And honestly, I'm thinking like, how would polished halite countertops seem in the food lab? Like, it seems like almost a waste. But at the same time, I'm like, it would be so fitting if our countertops were made out of actual salt. Just plowing through. Now you told me salt is rare. It's not feeling super rare at the moment. Like it's clearly a finite resource if you get it this way. And so like I could see running out of salt very quickly. But like I'm kind of thinking of salt the same way I'm thinking about wax. Like bees are really hard to come by. They're hard to maintain. And so like whenever I see a recipe with wax, I'm just like, let's not. Like is supposed to be uncommon, but salt itself is pretty rare. Oh, okay. So hang on. Salt. Is there like a salt rock? I mean, there's like chalk rock, there's salt, or there's halite. Grinds into salt. Are you suggesting that there are areas that are just pure salt? Like not halite? Yes. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So like finding salt by itself. Whoop. Sylvite. What the heck is sylvite? Embrace sylvite? Shiny? What are you for? If I had the entropy trait. Oh. What does that mean? So farmer, lumberjack, yada yada. Who has entropy? Windrunner? Entropic. Can craft things, throw spears. Can craft a special light source and temporal gears. Oh, okay. So if somebody wanted to play this game, they could select one of the races that could be an entropic, and then they could use that to make like a magical lamp. That's really cool. And it's been a minute since you played like 1.2. I think the last time I played was like 1.07. But let's see. So there's sylvite, right? Now what if I smashed it into dust? Then what would I use it for? I can make potash. The nard's blue, but it's red. I can make cobalt green. So if you didn't want to be an entropic, you could be a tailor. And you could make some pretty clothes. The first time I played this game, I was a tailor, and it was a very difficult life. By difficult life, I mean Like, it took a long time before I started making clothes. Like, trying to figure out how to make clothes led me down a path where I was mostly constructing, like, windmills and mechanics and blacksmithing and traveling across the entire world to find, like, lapis lazuli or something like that. Like, I'm glad I played the tailor. It was so much fun that, like, I almost wanted to do it again. When I was deciding, like, what class to be this time around. But in the end, I went with, like, adding a mod to add, like, these fantasy races and additional classes. So, like, what I am right now is a dwarf. And I am an innkeeper. And so, let's see. As a dwarf, no temporal stability drop in caves. That's nice. A slow swimmer. I take less damage. I'm faster in the darkness. More damage in the darkness. This is all good to know. Animals see me and are scared of me. I'm a little slow. I smash things. Myopic. Oh, like range things. Yeah, one of the reasons I was happy to be a dwarf is I'm a close range kind of guy. But the class I went with was like innkeeper. And so like I'm great at butchering, and I can make metal cooking pots and vintage beefs and spice pouches for kebabs. Like, I'm here for food. Minus 30% hunger rate is crazy because it definitely doesn't feel like that. I feel like the hunger rate in this game is a little intense. Like, maybe that's something I should have tweaked in the server settings. But at the same time, like, we're keeping up. We've got enough food that I think we could support, like, 3 other players. And it not be a problem. There we go. All the halite in the world. Now let me start digging upwards. Never mind. That's the alarm that's trying to tell me to go to work. We've got enough salt for honestly many days. I'll leave that sylvite down there in case somebody is feeling particularly frisky and wants it. Hi, kitty. You're a wolf. Do I see wolf? But yeah, this is where I start. The spawn point is up there on that mountain. In case anybody's feeling like hopping in. Like, there's already like a little starter house for you. And once you feel comfortable enough surviving, you can run to our base, which is directly to the southeast. Hello. If you have 3 hides, you're all I need for another set of leather. Get back here. I'll make shoes out of you. You skinny jerk. No, hey. It's a bright sunny day. I don't need no lamp. Keep an eye out for one more wolf. You're big. I won't be able to catch you. Like, almost all of our hides are like wolf hides. Hey, how come this fruit tree isn't marked on my map? Apple tree. Pink apple tree. So, like, one of the settings I tweaked was, like, how quickly a tree grows. Because I heard that was, like, a multiple in-game year process to get yourself, like, trees you can live with. Where are you, Pete? I'm gonna mark you on the map because you're a very convenient location. You're fairly close to home. I love this meadow. It's just such a nice meadow. There's lots of trees, lots of fruit. And if you're attacked by a bear out here, like, you've got the room to, like, run around. Switched to leather armor in the middle of winter, and I'm regretting it. I think I should have gone for, like, the full bear hide set again. Because I found myself freezing a lot this winter. There's a wolf. Maybe I can get his attention if I stand close enough to the shore. Hey, buddy. Come on. Hop on up here. I'll fight you underwater. He's getting away. Not today, wolf. Good, it's still freezing. I was worried like the ice would give up beneath me. But now, we have all the hides we need for the next set of leather. Ooh. I very rarely come back to the base from this angle. So this is a good opportunity to see what it looks like from what I consider the front. We kind of pointed it in the opposite direction. But here we are in like 11 a.m. Beautiful lighting. This is what our base looks like. Am I winning? Thanks, Bailnari. I am winning. Thank you for the follow. Our base looks cool. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to disable the HUD. Take like a mega screenshot. I mean, I do look like I'm winning, right? Like, I look like someone who could survive out here in the snow. Got my whacking stick. And I've got like my mega above ground base. My hanging gardens. The base just looks cool from down here. The base is really like kind of shaping up exactly how I want. One of the other things I would like to do with the base is build an apartment. So that if somebody wants to join in, like, they don't have to feel like they're going to be an immediate drain on our resources. Like, we give them an apartment with, like, you know, a chest, firewood, a bed, some basic tools, some food. I'm thinking, like, cattail roots because they don't expire. That way, like, people who think they might be, like, too far behind to, like, hop in with us can hop in. Because I found, like, when you start a game of Vintage Story, if people can get in on, like, the very beginning, they feel super comfortable. But then after a while, like, they don't feel comfortable anymore. Alright. Let's get the salt over here. Don't need the bones. We got meats and hides. Go ahead and dry these so they last longer. But, like, I want people to, like, feel comfortable, like, popping in. There's a million ways to contribute. And there's, like, a lot of classes that just do things that we can't. Like, we talked about, like, an entropic popping in here and doing things. Like, that would be a huge help. 6 days for this fat. Shoot, here's what I'm gonna have to do. We're going to have to cook this before it goes bad. The ratios are wrong, are they? Okay, firewood. Eight's probably more than enough. Okay, I've got hide. Need to throw that into the bucket. The leather working shop is going crazy. I need you to be strong, Tannen, so I need to grab some oak. This game is like the ultimate, like, just one more thing before I sign off. Good morning, daughter. You sound a little stuffed up. You have allergies? You feeling okay? Feeling a little sick myself, but I can't tell. Because lack of sleep or something else. Okay. Let's give lime a break. We'll just have salt grinding here. And so 32 of those will turn into 64 salt. We take the 64 salt, we take 50 of that. We make 50 liters of brine. Once we have 50 liters of brine, we can make 50 pickled onions. And how much halite did we get? So, like, 864 units of salt. That feels fine. Feel like we're gonna be okay. How are you doing? Rendered fats, perfect. We can put you down there. And honestly, let's check on the oil lamps. How much time do I have? Negative 12 minutes. Okay, we got time. We have a lot of rendered fat. What else do you use rendered fat for? I guess windmills and things of that nature, right? And so, like, part of me wants to go lamp crazy because we've got so much rendered fat. But I don't think we should. We should hold off on that. Because, like, factory-wise, we can go a little crazy. Like, we've got a tiny windmill just for, like, some automated grinding to speed things up. But eventually, what we're going to do... How's that? Wish it was night so I could see how bright this has made things. But yeah, the food science lab is doing stuff. Now, if I wanted to make salt another way, you can cook 6 liters of water. It requires the desalinate ability. Oh, okay, but I don't have that ability because that is something over here. So, like, if I had this ability. Now, how much... If I was a desalinator... 6 liters of water would make 1 unit of salt. I don't know. We will hold off on that. And we will make salt the old-fashioned way by grinding halite. And I think we will be okay. But yeah, we completed the food science lab. We've started our first experiments. We've got vinegar. We've got salt grinding. And the next experiment is probably lard. And so, like, we're gonna have to build, like, a cooking counter. And honestly, like, I want it to be here. Do we wait for, like, the marble countertops? We just get started. Also, should we replace the hardwood floors? Like, more tile flooring might be more appropriate for a kitchen. It's kind of hard to say. I mean, there's just so many things to do, so many little things. But I'm pretty happy with how this room in particular turned out. We also need to build like a cheese cellar. We need to complete this bridge so I'm not like walking a tightrope across. These are many, many things we will do. What day is today? Thursday? It's actually going to be a while until I stream this again. I might finish... Okay, let me set expectations for the next stream. I'll finish this bridge. Or I plan on finishing that bridge. I will maybe build a meat cellar, a cheese cellar, and I also want to build an apartment for anybody who wants to like join into the game. Like we could build, where would we put an apartment? We could put like a small one up here. because we need like an onboarding process for people who want to play with us. I think that was what was lacking in my last playthrough, was that nobody wanted to play because nobody knew like how they would join in the fun. They could live next to the goats. That might be annoying. They're kind of noisy neighbors. Another thing I was thinking, like, we could attach apartments to this pillar out here. If they didn't mind living, like, beneath all this stuff. I don't know. If you've got strong opinions on, like, where you would like an apartment to be, let me know. We've got many, many more streams to do. Alright, stick around, please. We'll find somebody to raid. Let's see. The raiders we got were from Kenshin, so we don't have to raid people playing Vintage Story. Who's playing stuff? There are some good games out here. But I'm gonna raid my buddy Danagast because it's been a while. He's playing Bottom End Showdown, which is a fun game that I think everybody should check out. You like auto battlers and you like Pokemon, this is the game for you. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye. Oh, you got a haircut.